It's just a kiss. Just a little flick of the off stump. Not a great shot. There was even a wobble, wasn't there? A little wobble, but not enough.
Exquisite from Jayasuriya. Yeah, cashing on his luck. Second boundary in the over.
That's going to add a little bit of insult to injury for the bowler. Millimeters away the previous delivery from picking up the second wicket, and now maybe not the greatest effort to cover. Jayasuriya finishing this power play with a bit of a flourish. Sharma was never going to be able to cut it off.
Yeah, and I mean, he's very lucky, Jayasuriya, because Hackett is not slow by any means. And that wasn't pace off either. But what he's trying to do is, after Hackett brought fine leg into the circle, he does like to be innovative. And he backs himself to play those ramps, even plays one in the offside, which is a rarity for batters. So now with both fine leg and third in the circle, that is an option if Hackett continues to go full.
Well, it's great to watch this. We'll take one more look, Nikhil. First time you've seen this live?
As you said, I would have seen the Ben Stokes one in the Ashes, but as you said, to see it up close, Hackett is not so. Look how fast, how quickly the ball gets to Stephen Katwaru behind the stumps. Almost catches him off guard and hits his hand. To think that the ball crashes into the stump, or I should say on the side of the stump, and the bail doesn't fall off.
There's almost a little wobble, isn't there? Just there. You can see the bail almost think about going down. I love moments like that. I'm pretty sure the first time it happened with the Zing bails was Ed Joyce in 2015, Ireland versus UAE at the Gabba at the Cricket World Cup, and it gave them a good clatter that time. And Joyce couldn't believe his luck. That one went viral around the world, but it does happen a bit more frequently with the amount of cricket being played. Very unlucky bowler, Sion Hackett.
Yeah, gets away with that because Midon was in the circle. Pathan will feel he missed out. Have only taken the one wicket. Given the score that they have on the board, the asking rate is close to 8.5 runs per over. They'll be happy with this. The one wicket. Given the score that they have on the board, the asking rate is close to 8.5 runs per over. They'll be happy with this. They'll understand the importance of breaking this partnership. And with the left hand at the crease, time for some spin. And as part of that West Indies under-19 World Cup side back in 2022 from Trinidad, mentioned the influx of Trinidadians in this team. So even with the left-handed Jayasuriya, they're not afraid to go to the left arm spin. That's good to see. Sometimes that matchup can be overplayed. Has to be cognizant though of that bigger side, and that's why he's bowling from this end. That 75-yard boundary is to the leg side of Jayasuriya, and he's also got 3 deep on the leg side for protection.
You often look at chases like this, and if you don't get off to a flying start, Ryan Pathan is known as a guy who strikes at astronomical numbers for Canada up at the top. He hasn't done that today. Hasn't played probably a huge amount of high-level cricket in recent times out of the Canadian national team. We all know how devastating he can be. But if you don't get off to that flyer, you have to readjust and find a way. So from here, in these middle overs, they're going to have to score at least 7 or 8 runs per over off the spinners. They can't afford to score at 4s and 5s.
Someone would look at Pathan's numbers, Lenny, and say, how is this guy not in the team? Averages over 50. Strike rate 160. He's got that T20 International 100, but it was against Panama. But Canada have created so much competition for places now that he's found it difficult to get back in the side. His last T20 was back in February last year. And the World Cup is around the corner, so he'll be wanting to use this tournament to get back in the reckoning. Yeah, through extra cover, inside out. Really well played by Jayasuriya, and I wonder if the switch has been flicked after the power play.
Well, this is a shot of real class, isn't it? Not even out of the middle of the bat, but the impressive thing for me is the way he creates this arc. This angle will be perfect. Even though the left arm spinner's coming around the wicket to him, he's found a way to sort of manufacture it over the head of the cover fielder. Maybe a few signs, a little bit of dampness in the outfield too. Bowler just looking to dry the ball, pressure on him.
Yeah, really well fielded. And what tends to happen, not only here in the Caribbean as well, when you have rain during the day like we had today, and the moisture's in the outfield, there's not enough there to dry it. So even if there's no dew factor, that moisture's retained and tends to play a part. Yasser Mohammed is a wrist spinner, could be trouble for him in terms of gripping the ball. Work for long on to do. Mid-wicket actually does well.
I just wonder, are Carolina going to target Jayasuriya between the wickets as well? He's not the swiftest, is he? Good piece of field in reverse hands from Sion Hackett. Does get back for a couple. A big impact on the game with the ball, Jayasuriya, 1 for 20. He's just starting to heat up, a bit like Gajanan Singh did in the first innings.
Yeah, they'll take that, you know, just 8 from the over, 48 for 1. Could be an influx of spin now. Gajanan Singh should be a good run chase actually. These low scores tend to be thrilling. Let's go down to Roshni, who has a special guest.
I'm joined with the owners of the Carolina Eagles, Shiv Tima. Shiv, walk me through, you know, how much...
Thanks for having me. That's a great question. If you look at the time consumed in creating this squad, years ever since the conception of USPL, a lot of the guys who are part of us, they were part of us last year, and it's just a building process from there, and that's how the squad was built.
We're going to throw to the comm box another lucky charm with us.
Yeah, it was inevitable really, because Ryan Kampathan needed to get a move on. 21 deliveries faced for just 17, and straight away wicket straight away for Ravish Kanchi. Ravish Kanchi, correction. Straight through the gate. Pathan gone for 17, it's 48 for 2. Yeah, skipper Angelo Pereira comes to the middle. His team still in decent position. I think that 158 that they're chasing is slightly below par. However, the last couple overs, it's been stagnant, and the ask area is creeping up closer to 9 runs and over. So Pereira want to get in quickly. Let's go back to Roshni.
Shiv,
Yes.
seriously being the lucky charm, you know, the team getting a wicket, how does it feel?
It feels great, and I would like to request you to keep me here for as long as you can, so this way helps my team.
I really think it's the owner's lucky spot there.
Yes.
But, you know, back to building the squad, you know, obviously last edition the team did great. You
Yes.
definitely had those. I think you maybe filled in a little holes as well.
Yes, definitely. And like you said, you know, last year it was a great squad. They gelled in very quickly. And that's the whole idea this year as well. So the squad gets, you know, gels in nice and quick and easy. And then from there, they just enjoy the games and have fun.
Lastly, you know,
Yep.
I know you guys have had probably some dread in terms of the rain, getting,
Yes.
you know, a lot of matches abandoned.
Yes.
But how do you think the boys, you know, are feeling finally getting a full game as well?
They're so excited, you know. It's great to finally be on the pitch and have some, you know, great cricket, and looking forward to it.
Well, thank you, and we're
Yes.
going to throw it back to the comm box.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. He'll be a happy man given the way his team has started. Spin from both ends. Do have Yasser Mohammed as well, who can feature with that leg spin. Yeah, that's Jayasuri at his best. All of his boundaries today have been through that offside.
Well, the 50 brought up in real style. Just little floaty off breaks, maybe with a little bit of occasional mystery to them, but you cannot be a good player. You play this shot well, and how well does he play it, Nikhil? That is stunning. Glorious. Inside out, over extra cover all the way for 6. Ranchu Sharma tries to encourage the bowler, but that's a stunning stroke.
Yeah, and I think that might be the better line to him. Just the way, the proficiency he's shown in that offside, may want to be straight to him, force it into the bigger boundary. Now over to you, Captain Pereira. And they're back their power with Hamilton, Joshua Trump to come. They've shown us a couple times what they are capable of as a batting unit. Chance, maybe no. In the gap, this is turning out to be a great over, even though they've lost the wicket. It's gone all the way for a maximum 14 from the over, 62 for 2. That worm heading in the right direction. That big over has helped the run rate get closer to 8 and over. But even if they maybe need 60 or 65 off the last 5 and they have wickets in hand, they'll bat themselves. The Patriots, but you think Jayasuriya, with his left-handed presence at the crease, holds the key. Couple of overs of spin. Now we'll see Shiva Shankar back into the attack.
Right in the middle of your shot there. That's up towards Seminole. Amazing guitar-shaped hotel. The Hard Rock, and then it flies the strings of the guitar into the sky. Just one of the many sights and sounds of this great state of Florida. Brilliant host venue for this USPL, the Broward County Stadium. See him back into the attack. Really feels to me, Nikhil, as though tomorrow when we kick into the full triple headers, it's going to start to be moving day. There's the guitar, the strings virtually into the air. Can you believe that just 3 points separate all 7 sides? Top 4 go to the semis, and even the Mavericks, because of those 3 washouts, they've only side to have played for at the moment.
Yeah, very good from Jayasuriya, and the boundaries are flowing now in the last couple of overs.
Lovely wrists here from Jayasuriya. Look at this for a shot. He knows that fine leg is up in the circle. So get it up into the air, you're going to get 4. 2 good days over the next 48 hours. You can almost guarantee yourself a semi-final spot by picking up back-to-back wins. This game, right now, the Patriots are moving into the ascendancy. The required run rate and the current run rate almost exactly the same right now.
Yeah, he thought about it. Both third and fine leg in the circle. And a team like the Eagles could really benefit from picking up a win here, because some teams have paid the price a bit more than others because of the rain. And now right hand on the strike. Extra catcher coming into that offside.